We're live back here in Guatemala City, capital of Guatemala, 34th edition Pan American Racquetball Championships. Gary Mazarov with Gustavo Farel. Bienvenido, señor Farel.
Gracias, Gary. Bienvenido igualmente. Buen día. Día número 3 acá con
día 2 para streaming. 8 partidos en el calendario.
El día de hoy.
Sí.
Muy buenos.
Sí, muy buenos. Vamos a empezar con 2 bolivianos, pero Diego García está jugando para Argentina hace 3 años, representante de Argentina, contra Carlos Keller. So it's the best of 5, rally scoring. First to 11 win by 2. 1 timeout per game, 1 minute in length. There's a 2-minute break between sets. Our professional referee, Ivan Valdez from Mexico. Here we go, Gustavo.
I imagine these young men have played against each other, but the much more experienced player has to be Carlos, who is serving Keller. He's actually Pan American champion already. I believe it was in 2014. In Temuco, I had the opportunity to interview him. We have a point on the board.
Yeah, both from Bolivia. Carlos from Santa Cruz and Diego from Cochabamba. Short ball. For those newer to the game, ball has to clear that midline, which is called the short line. Otherwise, it's a fault serve. Just like tennis, 2 serves usually in racquetball. That ball skipped. So not only does Diego earn the opportunity to serve Gustavo, he earns a point with the rally scoring protocol.
And I think that's made the game all the more exciting for everyone watching, for the players playing, paying much more attention to the service.
So, error no forzado, unforced error.
Correcto, no forzado, la cometió solo.
Look good from here, but
Estoy de acuerdo.
Vantage point for Ivan, a lot different.
Y Carlos lo vio como sí fue buena, y yo creo que sí, pero bueno.
One lives with the call, folks. Second serve. Up top. Another unforced error.
Estaba hablando con nuestro equipo de producción acá, el señor Adrián Macrino, y estamos de acuerdo. Acá es experiencia contra juventud. Los 2 jugadores le pueden pegar fuerte, pero Carlos sabe cambiar la velocidad de la pelota. Diego no tanto.
Bienvenido, señor Macrino. So the story thus far, Gustavo, has been, he got to it. Ball was down, though, point. A few unforced errors. Uncanny for these 2 players. They're casing each other out. You said they know each other. That's true. But on the world stage, a lot different. Want to welcome hermano de Diego, Brian. We're confident he's watching back in Bolivia or wherever he's now living.
Diego is our 21 junior champion, 2022. We were here in Guatemala just now, early December.
And finalist in the mixed doubles.
And that's correct.
What a match that was.
Yeah. Both. The men's final, either one of those players could have won
great shot.
The match. I think it ended up like 12-10. Young man from Mexico, Eric.
No, it was Bolivia.
It was Bolivia, Mexico.
So Diego forges out to an early lead here, 6-4. Once again, folks, rally scoring. There's timeout on the floor. Go.
We'll go to a break. Vamos a un corte.
We'll break for a 1 minute timeout.
Okay.
And we're back live in vivo. Gary Mazeroff, Gustavo Farel, Adrian Macrino. We're here at Court Central. Beautiful complejo here in Guatemala City, the capital of Guatemala. About 1 million people, 17 million people about in the country. Largest, as you told me, Gustavo, largest country in Latin America of the 7 countries.
Population-wise, definitely. Yep.
So as we resume play, both players have settled down. Diego has found that drive serve, and he now has a 2-point advantage, 6-4 in game 1. Carlos has used his only timeout for this game. 1 timeout per set.
Let's see if that timeout was well called.
And the answer is yes. It's called a timeout of value versus tiempo vacío, an empty timeout. So 5-6, game 1. Going for that short crack, just came up a little bit short there. Short crack just above or beyond the short line. Misread that one.
Misread it, and García had a nice angle on it. It didn't come off that back glass at all. Checking the ball. Proper way to check for a ball, as you see Keller squeezing the ball. You can't hit the ball and then indicate, hey, I got a broken ball here.
Bien dicho. Bien hecho. So half lob right side. Just a really nice controlled return of serve by Carlos. Didn't try to do too much. Put it left side deep, and Diego tried to score off that shot and wasn't successful. Great return of serve by Diego. Both players very technically sound.
The referee needs to be watching the feet of particular García. He's
for foot faults.
Foot faults, yeah.
Falta de pie.
Very close. Both of them are returning.
It's just, you have to give him credit. I mean, that was a good serve. Angle was good. Depth was good. The return of serve was better.
Let's take a look at his feet here. I think he was on the line. He had the right idea. One of the few times that we've seen García touch the ball, try to drop it into the corner, and unfortunately skipped it in.
So it's a 1-point deficit, 8-9, game 1. Half lob left. Ball live. So now we have empate, 9 iguales. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Make sure you sign up. I'll let Gustavo talk about that one. You're on the International Racquetball Federation networks as well, YouTube and Facebook.
And Pan Am Sports. This is the qualifying tournament, qualifying Pan Am Racquetball tournament for the Pan Am Games, which are going to take place, as you see on the walls there, in Santiago, October of 2023, Santiago, Chile.
As opposed to Santiago de Cuba.
Otro Santiago.
Sí.
Santiago, Chile.
So Carlos skipped that one in. He's used his one-player timeout.
Racket.
This is a broken string, so different than U.S. Now in the U.S., if he's exhausted his allotment, then he's entitled to a referee timeout, equipment timeout. He has 30 seconds or less to secure his racket and come in, which he did. Here it's automatically, whether he's used one or not, an official timeout. That's one of the differences between the IRF and U.S. rules.
Well said, Gary.
All right. So Diego now, game point number 1 here in the first set.
Was going for the ace.
2 serves in racquetball. All organizations. Little different twist there. So Carlos puts it away, and now he forces overtime in game 1.
This is what it's about, folks.
Exactly.
This is exciting. What a great first match to come into, Gary.
Oh, indeed.
This is going to wake everybody up.
Ball live. Oh, my. Uncanny. Diego saying, I have this rally won. Carlos saves it, and then he skips it in. Error.
No forzado.
Game point now for Carlos. Jam serve. No hinder called. And Carlos wins game 1, 12-10.
Tough.
Ida y vuelta, senor. Your impression of that game?
Well, I think, as we said at the beginning, the experienced Carlos Keller there, uncanny in his ability to hit the ball hard, hit the ball soft, get the ball, doesn't look like he's going to even be near it, and somehow or other he returns it, just continues to pressure the other player to force that unforced error, which we saw Diego commit several times during that first game.
Correct.
Let's go to a commercial break. Vamos a un corte. Gracias.
So.
En vivo y en simultáneo solo por Pan Sport Channel.
We're in vivo. We're back. Guatemala City, capital of Guatemala. Gary Mazeroff, Gustavo Farel. We're here at Court Central at the Complejo Racquetball Nacional. So Gustavo, this week, this is day 3 of the event. We'll be going to the day before Easter, which is El Sábado Entrante coming up.
Sí.
And we have 14 countries, about 150 players when we include the junior divisions. We have 15 arbitros, officials representing 8 different countries.
Correct.
Stretching north from Canada all the way south to Chile and Argentina. And we're very happy to include this year from Latin America, Honduras. It's been a while. And Cuba's back, Puerto Rico's back, and Dominican Republic are back. So let's start game 2. Diego Garcia finds himself with a 0-1 deficit in games.
Now that was a hard drive, very short first serve. Diego, I think the lesser experienced player here is going to have to do some things different, because he's going to continue to see that pressure from Keller to force him to not make mistakes. And
he just heard your comments, and he says, I'm going to take this ball off the short hop and rip a backhand winner.
And he did. But if he starts letting Keller return the ball, I think that's going to favor Keller in the rallies.
I think he called a foot fault.
He did call it, yes. Yeah.
Second serve, that's a fault. His front foot crossed the line. If any part of the foot is touching the line, it's legal. Oh, great shot. I said it hit. So we're going to see if he honors that.
Questioning something here.
Okay. Ivan, our head ref, honored the comment by, he said, Diego's shot, we saw it as a rally-ending shot. Carlos told Ivan the ball hit me on the way, and Ivan honored that. So it's a dead ball hinder, first serve, replay.
Nice gets. But he just continues to pressure him, and Keller is so smooth.
I like to use a metaphor here. He had him on the yo-yo string, moving him right, left, front, back, and he finally ends the rally like a chess game. To quote a good friend of ours, Diego's been a little loose on some of those shots, ball veering off the side wall, giving Carlos an opportunity to end the rally, which he did.
That's well said. I think he's trying to make that shot too perfect. There, he let up.
38-foot backhand drop into the left corner.
Very nicely done. Surprise, and I don't think Keller was expecting that. One thing about the gearbox ball, and thanks to our sponsors here, Gearbox, it's allowed for a lot more play than the typical very fast ball we used to use.
Very accurate.
Ceiling ball game is back. We have some drop shots, touch shots, as we just saw there.
Longer rallies in general.
Yeah.
So Diego gave us a different twist on that serve. He went reverse Z to the right side, got the weak return and put it away. Set up. We'll see if the referee calls a replay.
He does not.
So in the opinion of Ivan Valdez from Baja California, regardless of the fact Diego was in Carlos's way, the ball was down anyway, 2 bounces. He amped that serve up a tad, huh?
I have to wonder if anybody could have gotten that ball. I think Carlos may have had a shot, and he was pushed forward by running into Garcia.
Yeah.
Look at how nonchalant that return, so smooth. Wow.
You see the reach, extending that racket to the right wall and pushing a soft kill shot into the left side of the front wall. Half lob. Okay, so that was a safety holdup, honored by the official Ivan Valdez. Replay, first serve.
Garcia.
So it reverts back, folks, to first serve.
Well said. Garcia knew it, that he did have a chance to return that. Glad he didn't swing.
Pounding that forehand cross court into the left side glass vidrio, if you will.
Asking for a referee timeout here. Safety first. We're going to see a few more of these, I'm sure, as their jerseys get more wet with play.
So game 2, Gustavo, mimicking game 1. Both players forging ahead. No more than 2-point spread. We ended with a 2-point overtime spread in game 1, 12-10 in favor of Carlos. Now it's 5-4 in favor of Diego.
I think we're going to see every game go in this fashion.
Short serve.
And
so now he doesn't have to use his available timeout here. This is a referee timeout. 30 seconds to secure a racket and be ready to play.
And if he did have a coach, he would not be allowed to talk to the coach during these equipment timeouts.
Well, he actually does have a coach. Carlos Quadri is in the stands here. Not convinced that Keller has a coach, at least not a formal coach. It might be his brother. Should not be, because he's one of the IRF officials. Or
Moscoso.
Yes.
I can't see but behind the pillar here. So
correct.
My apologies. I did not
no
see
problem.
Carlos there.
Give you a mulligan, my friend. Oh, my.
Ah. He did everything he could to get out of the way.
Point scored. Two-point spread now.
So, for example, if he were to break the ball right then, the call would continue to stand.
Correct. They'd replace the ball and no change.
No change.
As you said earlier, so eloquently, one must squeeze the ball.
That is the only way to check for a broken ball.
And that's in the rule book.
6-4. Gran partido, primer partido del día. Segundo set. Bolivia-Argentina. Carlos Keller, Bolivia. Diego García, Argentina. Originalmente, obviamente, de Bolivia.
5-6, game number 2. Keller serving. He won the first game 12-10. Short serve, second. So Carlos more recently has gone to more defensive serves, even on his first serve.
Medio globo.
Statement forehand. Kill shot right side.
Sí. Excelente.
Welcome our producer, Senor Fajre, over here at the booth. Ball skipped. Amazing that Carlos was able to not only track it, but do something with it. So we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a minute. We'll take a commercial break.
Vamos a un corte, por favor.
And we're back live, Gary, with Gustavo here at Court Central, Guatemala City. Beautiful facility of 10 championship courts, 2 championship with a capital C. Both have sidewall glass stretching from front to back, 40 feet in length, 20 feet high. And this is the 34th edition of the Pan Am Racquetball Championships. First one started 1987, Gustavo.
Caracas, Venezuela. our fearless leaders, who we know one of them is listening in, watching a little bit. Luke St. Ange.
Keith Calkins.
Keith Calkins.
Thank you for all the work you folks have done over the years and continue to do, by the way. The legacy continues. Speaking of legacies, we have 2 championship players here, elite players to continue that. It's game 2. That's called a wide angle pass, folks. It's an advanced shot executed so well by Diego, and now he has a 4 points lead, 9-5 in game 2.
Quick hands there by Garcia.
Game point number 1 here in game 2 for Garcia. If he's successful in closing this out, Gustavo will have a tie at 1. There it is. Near crack ace. Somebody say, hey, that's very lucky. Well, in my opinion, he was going for that near crack, and he executed it very well. The near crack is the area on the side wall, either right, in that case it was the right side wall, between the short line and the receiving line, also known as the service zone. The deep crack would come 3 to 4 feet from the back wall.
Summarizing that game real quickly, I think we did not see the unforced errors that we saw in game 1 by Garcia. That was the big difference. He also moved his serve around, even though a power serve every time, moved it around and had Carlos off balance more that second game.
And we mentioned earlier that Carlos went out of his power serve to a more controlled defensive protocol, if you will. Let's see if he goes back to a power serve in game 3.
Shall we go to a short break here? Vamos a un corte.
Rise and shine, Colorado. Celebrate the 46th annual Colorado Springs Labor Day Liftoff in Memorial Park, September 3rd through the 5th. It's the most colorful weekend of the year. Don't miss the mass balloon ascensions, balloon glows, beer garden, live entertainment, kids zone, and a new 5K race. For event details, volunteer opportunities, and pre-event parking sales, visit LaborDayLiftoff.com.
We're back live in Guatemala City. Gary Mazeroff, Gustavo Farel, joined by Adrian Macrino. You're watching men's singles on the world stage here. Diego Garcia just entered the court. He'll be receiving in game 3. Carlos Keller from Bolivia. Garcia from Bolivia representing Argentina, so they're tied at 1. Upcoming, Gustavo, we have 3 ladies singles match coming up. Delgado Perron from Canada and Dominican, and Mania and Mejia, USA, Mexico, and Saja and Martinez, Bolivia, Guatemala. So stay tuned, folks.
Short serve. Keller signaling to the referee, pay attention to the line, make sure that there's no encroachment taking place. Our referees are well trained to watch for all that. Did not matter. Garcia comes in to serve.
Maintaining the momentum that he generated in game 2, and Carlos, that's uncanny. Wonderful serve, but a better return.
I was watching foot fault again.
Point scored, 39-foot forehand kill. Keller.
So smooth.
Most players would have taken that early and gone back to the ceiling. But these professionals have all the tools. That came up short. Notice he's back to the power serve, but he's maybe 75% of max.
The reason for that is he does not want that ball coming off the back wall.
Like that. Like that. Good. Well said, my friend.
Very effective serve. If he hits it harder, it's going to come off the back wall. Setting up Garcia for a potential re-kill.
Kind of inside out. Long swing by Carlos. Tough to read at times whether he's going right or left, or he could reverse it. There's your half lob. Ball live. Just great gets. Not only do they get it, Gustavo, they do something with it.
That's a beautiful rally. Looks easy from out here, doesn't it? Dos, tres. Sirviendo García de Argentina.
Wide angle, return a serve. Died at the glass, in back. Point scored and serve earned for Keller. Rally scoring, first to 11, win by 2.
Comment here, if this was not rally scoring, this match could easily go to the 2-hour mark.
I'm with you, bud. We have 8 matches to stream today. So if we do our math correctly, be here till 1 in the morning. Mountain Daylight Time here in Guatemala City.
5-2, sirviendo Keller de Bolivia. Saque la derecha.
Cross-court pass winner.
Servidor y recibidor tienen 10 segundos.
He called that a, excuse me, he called that an out serve that the ball skipped in.
I think it was a good call.
So folks, if somebody really makes a mistake, which he did, you lose your serve, it's called an out serve. Most of the time, serving errors will result in a second serve. Not that time. That's called a non-front wall serve. Just a great shot selection. There's a visual hinder created by Keller because the ball's between him and the right side wall. Pulls his arm up. Diego can't. If he moves any closer, he's going to get hit with the follow through, and the right side is open for him. But we're going to stay here. So your impression thus far, Gustavo, of this match?
That's what was expected. I really think the experience versus the youth, even though Carlos is probably early 30s, maybe right around 30. He can, hit the ball hard when he needs to, but he definitely knows how to move the ball, the tempo. Shot selection, studies the opponent, really knows that. Whereas Garcia, on the other hand, is more just hit him hard and play the power advantage that he certainly has against Keller.
And after the second game that was pretty much dominated by Diego, he tied it up at 1 game each. Carlos, with consultation of his coach, which is himself, made the adjustment. He went back to that drive serve, and as you said, control drive. Like that.
There it is again.
Oh, that looked good, didn't it?
It did, and Carlos is shrugging.
Because that would have been an ace. Irretrievable. So it's second serve. Nick lob. Like what he did, he runs around his backhand, takes it with the forehand, and shields Diego. And it opened up the right side. The nuances of the game, folks.
Those are close. Yeah. That's 75% power drive serve.
Good.
Oh, nice nick.
Good for Diego there. I like what Carlos did. Diego kept it alive off the back wall, and Carlos came in, took it off the fly, but wasn't able to put the ball away. But I like that strategy. There it is, ace.
Impressive.
Irretrievable. Will he do it again? Is he going to go left? Is he going to reverse it to the right? Will he go right?
Carlos can't be leaning too far, or he's going to change the direction of that drive serve.
So Diego's staying in this game, and he comes right.
And there it was, yeah. And that's what I was saying, that Carlos, when need be, he can power the ball right back at him, as he did there.
9 serving 5, game 2. Game 3, 1-1. Oh.
Error.
Error no forzado. 6-9. Each player has 1 player timeout available, 1 minute in length. These professional referees, Gustavo, keep things moving, keep things efficient. There it is. Game point number 1 coming up in game 3 for Keller. If he closes this out, he will enjoy a 2-1 lead here.
10 sirviendo 6.
Not that time, so Diego inches closer. Carlos has game point number 2 as a receiver here.
That's what is exciting about the rally scoring. The game could end with the receiver scoring the point.
There it is. That was a great serve. Legal. Ball live. Ball live. When Carlos put his hand up, he thought the serve was short. From our vantage point, it was obvious it was a legal, L-E-G-A-L serve. And our producer is replaying. We're back live. Second serve, I think he called a foot fault. Falta de pie. Second serve. So inching closer, Diego. If he's able to score here, we'll go overtime again as we did in game 1. 9-10. As you said, Gustavo, keep everybody engaged with rally scoring. Things change dramatically. Great serve, jam. Ball live. Keller, right side. Nobody home. Keller
Nicely
cashes
done.
in, Gustavo.
Great game. Fantastic.
11-9, 11-9.
Vamos a un corte, por favor.
We'll be back.
Sport celebra que ya quedan 200 días para Santiago 2023 con un espectacular concurso.
Hola, soy Marilyn Paulino de la República Dominicana, doble medallista olímpica y doble medallista mundial.
Podrás ganar 3 gorras oficiales de Pan Am Sport y la camiseta autografiada de Marilyn Paulino.
Pan Am Sport estará sorteando esta blusa de correr, que fue la que yo corrí en el Mundial de Obregón. Espero que tengan suerte y la descripción está abajo.
Ingresa a nuestro Instagram. En el post etiqueta a tus 3 mejores amigos y ya estarás participando. Sorteo, lunes 3 de abril.
That was a good time because we're back. We're back live. So for our audience, we're going to show some replays periodically, folks. We showed one there when Diego hit that short crack serve. It was still up. Carlos returned it. Carlos put his hand up. Now, he can appeal that. He could stop play right there and appeal it normally when there are lines people, but there are no lines people here. So to whom can he appeal, Gustavo?
Well, he can appeal to the call already made by the referee. There's only one other person available to appeal to. That would be his opponent.
Exactly.
And you can appeal to your
appeal
opponent.
to your opponent.
In this case, I don't think his opponent was going to change the referee's call.
He won't overrule it, no.
No. Not often. I've seen it happen, though. Vamos al cuarto set. Ganando ahora Keller 2-1. Sirve García de Argentina. García, el campeón mundial juvenil 2022. Keller, campeón panamericano, creo que 2 veces, ¿no, Gary? Una vez en el 2014 en Temuco. Lo vimos perder contra Rocky Carson en 2011.
En Corea,
en Corea
11-10.
11-10, cuando obviamente hace 12, 13 años.
En vivo here. Diego serving. So this is an official timeout here. This is part of the round robin format. It's for placement into the main draw. Normally the main draw would be an elimination. However, because of the Pan Am qualifying, we will have 1 through 24 spots determined. So win or lose, these players are going to play multiple matches through Saturday.
A lot of matches. 0-0.
Foot fault called again.
Falta de pie. Árbitro Valdés de México. Cantando falta de pie. Segundo servicio.
Reverse. There it is. Controlled pass with the forehand. Took it second bounce at the back vidrio, the glass. Point Keller, and he earns the serve. Thank you to all of our patrocinadores, our sponsors. You can see them on the wall, especially Gearbox, official ball of the International Racquetball Federation.
Ya tomando control de este cuarto set, Keller 2-0.
Nobody home left side.
Está jugando muy bien Carlos, moviendo a Diego de un lado para otro en la cancha, cambiando la velocidad de los servicios, la dirección.
Sidewall, front wall combo. Caught Keller by surprise. Side out point for Diego. Another informal timeout here to make sure we have a safe environment on the court. Number one on the court, whether you're playing in World Championship, Pan Am Championship, Asian Championships, or playing back home with your partner with whom you've been playing for 35 years every Monday morning at 10. Safe and fair play. Make sure you wear your eye guards. Make sure you have your safety thong around your wrist. Good pair of shoes. And of course, the Gearbox Black Racquetball.
We give a technical for not wearing your eye guards or safety thong. That's
Correct.
how important it is to have the safe environment to play within. So That's not how you want to start a match, 0-1.
No. And another difference between U.S. and international play. U.S., you can get multiple technicals and still be in the match if you have a giving official. IRF play, automatically, once the third technical appears, you're retired from that match. Skipped it in. 39 feet attempt for a kill. Ball skipped in. Great patience from Diego that time, Gustavo.
Yeah, that well said. Yeah, we haven't seen that up until now. Mucha paciencia de parte de Diego. Muy buen saque y García sabía exactamente a dónde iba a tirar su segundo tiro, y Carlos también, pero no pudo llegar.
Reviewing that point, there aren't many athletes that would have even retrieved that serve, let alone be in position for that last shot, as Carlos was. It was just outside of his reach. Meanwhile, Diego has scored and tied the fourth game up at 4. So he needs to win this game to force a tiebreak, which again will be 11 points, win by 2, rally scoring. So this is another referee timeout to ensure safe and fair play. Valdez has asked Keller to change his shirt, mandated by the referee. So now Keller coming back in. He has 2 minutes to secure another shirt, up to 2 minutes. In this case, it didn't take that long. If it's a racket or a pair of eyewear or shoes, then, and not shoes, but the racket or eyewear, he has 30 seconds. Here we go.
Igual es 4.
The call on the court is fault serve. Keller fishing a little bit there, trying to get Ivan to call an out serve.
Notando el hecho que cuando se tiró Keller, la camiseta mojada, detuvo el partido, el árbitro se tuvo que cambiar la camiseta, pero obviamente le dio una ventaja a Keller porque García quería seguir el juego y no podía.
No hinder called. Point, Keller, serve earned. La próxima en la cancha principal, femeninos, Delgado, Dominicana, contra Perón, Canadá.
Muy bien. Impressive.
Tremendous skill sets from both of these athletes. Not only did he get to it, again, he did something with the returns, and then he put himself in a position to end the rally, that last shot, which he did. Getting to the head of Diego. Good call by Carlos Quadri, his coach. So we'll stay here. 34th edition of the Pan Am Racquetball Championships. This is match 1 of our streams for today, Gustavo. And as you said, what a way to start things off here today.
Definitely exciting first match here in the Men's Open. 2 former teammates, if you will, both of them from Bolivia, playing against each other. Carlos, the senior player, probably, I'm guessing, 10 years the senior, more experienced, Pan American champion. has played with some of the best players in the world over the last 15, 20 years, as we know. And Diego, up and coming, our current junior world champion. Event held here in December of 2022. And talked about our venue in Guatemala, and so happy to be here again, and will be for future events, I'm sure.
Absolutamente. So it's 8. Carlos serving 4 Diego. This is game 4. Carlos enjoys a 2-game-to-1 lead. Quality timeout. Not only does he earn the serve, he earns a point, so it's 5-8. Diego needs to close this game out, folks, to force a tiebreak 5th game. Foot fault again, Gustavo. You called it early on in game 1. He didn't wait. He started to tune in, and he's been consistent with his calls. So that was a nick that didn't nick, and it cost him.
Certainly did.
So, folks, a nick lob is a high lob. In this case, hit cross court with the forehand stroke, trying to graze that side wall deep, close to the back wall. It was loose and came off the back. So that was a jam serve. Caught Diego by surprise, set Carlos up, and now we have match point number 1 here.
10 sirviendo 5 puntos para partido. Keller.
Another skip. Carlos Keller over Diego Garcia, 3-games-to-1. Here at the 34th edition of the Pan Am Championships. Wrap it up, Gustavo, wrap it up.
Bueno, terminando acá nuestro primer partido, vimos que Carlos Keller, su experiencia, su confianza en la cancha, vimos que experiencia le ganó a Juventud, pero seguramente se van a enfrentar de vuelta. Esta es la porción round robin, el día 3 de nuestra competencia. Lo que sigue ahora es el partido de las mujeres. Delgado de la Dominicana, República Dominicana, contra Parent de Canadá, el Open de mujeres. En unos 10 minutos estaremos de vuelta con ustedes. Gracias por acompañarnos en el Pan Am Sports Channel, y signing off para el señor Gary Mazarov, yo Gustavo Farel con Adrián Macrino. Estamos de vuelta con ustedes en unos 10 minutos.
Y la salida doble con doble.